Good evening, everyone. My name is Lauren Talkman, and I have had the utmost honor of being Shrewsbury High School's Student Council President this past year. I will be attending the University of Connecticut's Honors College to major in political science. I was hoping to give this speech on the stage of the DCU Center tonight. Graduates, you'd be sitting next to your friends, crossing your fingers that you don't trip while walking across the stage. And families, you'd be proudly watching behind them. But tonight, we all continue to live on our class's legacy, even through unexpected hardships. While our ability to celebrate together has been taken away, our pride in our achievements stands strong. Now more than ever, we celebrate the amazing accomplishments that each and every graduate has made over their past 4 years at SHS. Every student has earned 105 credits. Every student has passed the MCAS. Every student is in good standing with their attendance, and every student has acted in a way that upholds the core values of Shrewsbury High School. Tonight, we truly embrace the spirit of our class. We are, and will always be, the class that refuses to lose, even when times get tough. So, although we're apart, tonight we celebrate the amazing contributions that we all made to SHS together. Ever since we were freshmen, we've all been told that the class of 2020 is special. And with a class size of 501 students, it's clear that we've always had a reputation of standing out. Not only meeting, but exceeding expectations has always been what we do. In this way, it's fitting that our last act as Shrewsbury High School students is, yet again, making history. On behalf of the student body, I am honored to officially declare the opening of Shrewsbury High School's 142nd graduation and first ever virtual graduation, honoring the class of 2020. Our superintendent, Dr. Joseph Sawyer, has been a well-respected leader and role model for all students in Shrewsbury. His work across the Shrewsbury Public Schools reminds us all of his constant dedication and passion for our community. Dr. Sawyer received his undergraduate degree in American History from Princeton University, earned his master's degree in Educational Administration from the University of Houston, and obtained his Doctorate of Education from Boston College. Dr. Sawyer joined our school district in 1997, and he is completing his 12th year as our district superintendent. During this time, he has done an excellent job of pushing our community forward to establish one of the best school systems in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We would like to extend our gratitude to him for working especially hard for our community during this time. It is my pleasure to introduce our esteemed superintendent, Dr. Joseph Sawyer.
Thank you so much, Lauren, for that kind introduction. Thank you also to you and the class officers for your leadership during the past year, and especially during this difficult spring. Members of the school committee, administrators, faculty and staff, parents, family and friends, and most importantly, members of the class of 2020, it is an honor and a privilege to address you this evening. I truly wish I were looking out at you in person right now. While graduation is always a very special event for me as superintendent, this year it is doubly so. As many of you know, my oldest daughter, Sheila, is a senior, and so I feel twice the pride I typically have for a graduating class. As your superintendent, I am very proud of all that you have accomplished as students. As a class of 2020 parent who has watched you grow up, my pride and affection for you run very deep. Like my fellow parents and like you, I have imagined this particular graduation ceremony many times with great anticipation, and it is disappointing that what we assumed we could all experience together cannot be. But, like many things in life, we cannot choose our circumstances. We can, however, choose our response to those circumstances. Stephen Covey wrote that our ability to choose our response is extremely powerful, as in our response lies our growth and our freedom. The requirements to stay at home during this pandemic have made us feel an acute loss of one kind of freedom, but it is important to remember that nothing can take away our freedom to choose how we react to the challenges we face. That's not to say that choosing is easy, especially when the right choice is a difficult one to make. An author you are more familiar with, J.K. Rowling, once wrote, "Dark times lie ahead of us, and there will be a time when we must choose between what is easy and what is right. Those words spoken by Headmaster Albus Dumbledore to the students of Hogwarts about a fictional challenge apply to you as well. We are living in an extremely challenging time, and over the course of your lives, there will inevitably be others, some that will affect all of society and some that will be personal to you. I am confident and proud that your education in Shrewsbury has equipped you well not only to make smart choices, but wise ones. Smart choices require using your head, but wise ones mostly require using your heart. As a class, I believe that you have shown tremendous heart in how you have achieved, competed, performed, and most importantly, how you have supported and served others. Your class motto, "Refuse to lose," represents the choices you have made to persevere, especially now. As I shared with the community recently, I believe that while it is true that you did lose celebrating your graduation in the traditional way because of this terrible pandemic, I hope and believe that you will refuse to allow these circumstances to define your class and yourselves. I urge you to choose to use this experience to become stronger, more resilient people who go through life with a greater appreciation for what so many of us take for granted: family and friends, health, the security of a home and a job, the opportunity to be educated, and the many other opportunities that we all have living in this particular time and place. Then you will not have lost, but gained. Speaking from my heart, with great pride, I wish you all the very best. On behalf of everyone in the Shrewsbury Public Schools, congratulations on your graduation from Shrewsbury High School.
Thank you, Dr. Sawyer, for your love and dedication to the Shrewsbury school system. My name is Victoria Marshall, and I am the Marshal for the class of 2020. Next fall, I will be attending UMass Amherst with a major in psychology and a minor in education. Our next speaker is an extremely hard worker and a very involved member of SHS. As the president of our school's Med Club and award-winning speech and debate team, Sophia Peng has been a dedicated member to our Shrewsbury community. She will be attending Rice University next fall with a pre-med track and majoring in biology and anthropology. It is an honor for me to introduce this year's Salutatorian, Sophia Peng.
Thank you, Victoria, for that kind introduction. Friends, family, and dear members of the class of 2020. It is an honor to be here, more than 6 feet apart from you, tonight. Can you believe we are wrapping up 13 years of education? It feels like just yesterday we were stepping into kindergarten for the first time, exploring colorful bulletin boards, cubby holes, and crayons. Now we are exploring complex machines, statistical models, and Henry David Thoreau. It's incredible how far we have come. But as we celebrate the end of this journey, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our beginning. Do you remember the first time you were asked the question, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" It's a kindergarten classic. I remember I was sitting crisscross applesauce, imagining myself as a dolphin trainer with a bottlenose named Sea Squirt. And before you laugh at me, don't forget that your answers were just as fantastical. I want to be a princess. I want to be a superhero. I want to make a mega gazillion dollars and buy a pet dinosaur. The point is, when we were 5 years old, we believed we could do anything. And we were taken seriously. Kindergarten teachers, parents, you wouldn't dare tell a child that ninja isn't a real job, would you? 13 years ago, we were allowed to, and did, see a world of endless possibilities. And though we have been dampened by textbooks and reality and global pandemics, I hope that as we move forward, we can still find that kindergartner inside us, that wild optimism. Because the jobs that have been handed to our generation, reigning in the climate crisis, eliminating poverty, dissolving discriminatory barriers, are so like our childhood aspirations, seemingly impossible. I mean, these are problems politicians and scientists have been trying to solve for decades, if not centuries. And though they've made progress, finding effective, permanent solutions has been like trying to get off TikTok at 2 a.m. It just refuses to happen. But hope is not defined by past failures. And in the wise words of UN leader Christiana Figueres, impossible is not a fact. It's only an attitude. True, I can't jump 100 feet into the air. It's scientifically impossible. But every year, athletes are setting new world records, pole vaulting higher or running faster or swimming greater distances than was previously thought feasible, reaching impossible. Spaceships are launching women and men 100,000 miles into the air, into a galaxy we once called the Great Unknown. We have made it known. And every year, a new class of compelling, passion-driven students enter Shrewsbury High School, shatter the expectations set before them, and find themselves here, 4 years later, as the new standard, the new possibility for what it means to be the best class to have ever graduated. So, my friends, as you begin new adventures, hold on to your kindergarten whimsies. Believe in the impossible. You have grown up, and you can do whatever you want to do. The teachers who have guided you these past 13 years have equipped you to be the visionaries, the kind do-gooders, the discoverers who will find the solutions. Trust them. And trust yourself to take those impossible leaps and land. Thank you for your time tonight, and for the best 4 years.
Thank you, Sophia, for that moving speech. Next up, we have one of the most inspiring people I know. Lana Wang has always been a role model of mine. She never fails to spread positivity through her dance videos and Instagram, and she can always put a smile on your face. Lana is an extremely talented artist, and if you've ever seen some of her artwork, you will agree that it is simply breathtaking. Lana will be attending Stanford University next fall, and on behalf of all of the seniors, I congratulate you on your astounding accomplishments. It's my pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian, Lana Wang.
Thank you, Victoria, for the introduction. Good evening. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the tireless administration, hardworking faculty, loving parents, and distinguished members of the class of 2020 who are all watching this today. With that said, let me begin by saying that senior year was tough. We've faced many challenges as a class, but there were also so many highlights. I mean, there was senior cookout, 50-day breakfast, eating lunch on the senior plaza, and of course, driving alone for the first time. Yeah, I remember the day when I completed my road test. I was shaking the entire time, and it wasn't until my heart stopped racing that I realized I passed. Now, it's satisfying to hear the sound of car keys jingling in my pockets. You see, for our entire lives up until now, our parents were the ones driving the car. Now, we are the ones in control. So today, I want to share a bit of wisdom to ensure that we all drive confidently into this next stage in our lives. First, there will always be obstacles in life that will impede your progress. The coronavirus pandemic is one enormous roadblock that has devastated lives across the globe. It will take time to repair and rebuild. Even so, hope is not lost. During those moments when a pebble in the road feels like a boulder blocking your way, try to stay positive. Now, as someone who prides herself on being optimistic, I think that one of the most valuable lessons I've learned in high school is the true meaning of positivity. It's not about being happy all the time. That's impossible. And to be completely honest, senior year was the period in my life where I've cried the most, and I'm sure many of you can relate. No, it's about knowing that despite your current circumstances, there will still be many happy moments in the future. So if you do see a boulder in the middle of the road, drive around it. Find another way. It sounds cliche, but perseverance and hard work are the keys to success. And just remember that our attempts to navigate those winding roads and our inevitable flat tires, that hopeless feeling of being lost on a lonely road at night, and that euphoric feeling of speeding down the highway, our endless pursuit of our final destination, these experiences are all part of the road trip that we call life. So on that note, this is the stage in our lives where we can begin to fully experience the world. I encourage you to take advantage of all of the opportunities that come your way. After all, whether you're going on to college, entering the workforce, or joining the military, the learning never stops. Or as some of you may put it, the grind never stops. Education broadens our worldview. Even if you do have a clear plan of what you want to do in the future, let yourself be open to new ideas. Doing so will allow you to expand your GPS and explore different places and paths you may never have considered. Who knows? It might just bring you to a better place in the end. Finally, as we move on to this next stage in our lives, we are bound to meet new people. In fact, one of my greatest fears about going to college is making new friends. I ask myself, who am I going to open my doors to? Who am I going to let into my life to sit beside me and guide my way? The reality is that we will probably let go of some of our current friends. At the same time, it means that there are more seats available for new friends to enter your life, to come into your car and go on many wonderful, exciting adventures with you. Yet, never forget the people who have taken you this far. The teachers, the coaches, the friends, and the family who have celebrated your successes and have always supported you in your most difficult moments. In the end, I can only hope that my words have given you some insight on how to move forward in this next stage in our lives. I have to admit that as I take control of the steering wheel, my hands are shaking. No, I truly do not know where my road will take me. None of us do. What I do know is that we are a diverse class full of immensely talented people who will go on to perform even greater feats. So now I say, congratulations, and thank you, Shrewsbury High School class of 2020. I will definitely miss you.
As a lifelong resident of Shrewsbury, Mr. John Wensky attended Shrewsbury Public Schools and has served as a school committee member since 2015. Mr. Wensky holds a bachelor's degree in communication from the University of Hartford, and for the past 17 years has held a variety of leadership roles at Staples Corporation in Framingham, where he currently serves as Senior Manager of E-commerce Product Management. I am pleased to welcome the parent of one of tonight's graduates, who also holds the position of Vice Chair of the Shrewsbury School Committee, Mr. John Wensky.
Distinguished faculty, administration, parents, family, and friends, and most of all, to the graduates of the class of 2020. On behalf of my colleagues on Shrewsbury School Committee, Chairperson Sandra Fritz, Secretary Dr. Dale McGee, and members Jason Palich and Lindsay Heffernan, it is my honor to congratulate you on your graduation from Shrewsbury High School. As school committee members, one of our duties is to ensure that you are provided with an education that prepares you for the next chapter in your lives. Educational funding, learning environments, and a dedicated teaching staff are key drivers to your success as students. It has been our responsibility and our goal to ensure that your academic well-being is adequately supported. Shrewsbury Public Schools is dependent on a strong partnership with the community to provide our students with the applicable skills and knowledge for the future and a desire to become lifelong learners. In 2017, students, educators, and community members partnered together to draft our Portrait of a Graduate. This portrait articulates Shrewsbury's vision of the skills, knowledge, and dispositions our students should attain and develop during their years in Shrewsbury Public Schools. This includes students that possess an understanding of the importance of global citizenship and engagement by keeping an open mind and treating your peers with kindness and respect. The ability to collaborate and communicate with a diverse set of perspectives. Critical thinking and content mastery through identifying and solving problems. Leadership within a team or as an individual contributor. Resilience and focus in a climate of changing priorities. And innovation by making creative ideas tangible. As both a parent of a graduate in this class and as a school committee member, I've witnessed and admired your use of innovation through technology. The class of 2020 are the true trailblazers of technology in the classroom, and the first class to take the one-to-one iPad program from grades 5 through 12. You are the leaders of amazing advances in innovative learning, creating business class slide presentations, building and publishing ebooks, editing and sharing instructional and inspiring videos, and producing electronic musical compositions, just to name a few. Along the way, you learn the importance of becoming responsible digital citizens, something they didn't need to teach us when we were your age. Over the last 2 months, I've often wondered if distance learning would have ever been possible when I was a Shrewsbury student. Proving more important these days, your embrace of innovation through technology has kept you together as classmates while drawing in the wider community. You adapted to remote learning through Zoom classes and connected with your teachers through virtual office hours. You leveraged the best of social media to celebrate birthdays and share success stories. You celebrated classmates by organizing car parades and creating signs and banners to say, "We miss you." It's hard to replace the spontaneity and collaboration that happens when you're not together. It is impossible to replace the learning that you would have experienced in the classroom. But in these extraordinary times, you use the tools provided to you to remain connected, continue your work, support each other, and to support the community. That is to be admired. Your resiliency is a legacy. I have no doubt that innovation will continue to guide your success. How you as individuals demonstrate originality and inventiveness is what will make you unique. Your value to society will be the creative, compassionate ways in which you apply your knowledge. Success in 2020 and beyond is not solely what you know, but it's what you do with what you know. And it's clear, especially as we've been apart, you have a strong foundation of knowledge, and you are able to use it collectively as a resilient, community-minded class with a fantastic ability to come together no matter what the obstacle. Your senior class motto is as inspiring as it is ironic foresight: refuse to lose. It is a life lesson for all of us. You've taught us to never settle for what circumstances dictate, no matter how impossible the barriers may be. You have refused to lose your senior year moments as they were threatened by the unthinkable. The character that this class has is outstanding. I encourage you to refuse to lose in every chapter of your life. Class of 2020, your 501 unique stories made their mark on our town through a commitment to innovative learning, service to your community, and a senior class living through a very challenging time. Nobody could have predicted that graduation ceremony of such an accomplished, compassionate class would look like it does today. I know that if there's any group of students who could learn from, rise above, and affect positive change from recent events, it's you. As you reflect on your journey through Shrewsbury Public Schools, please remember the good you have done for each other and your community, and the legacy that you leave behind. You now have the unique opportunity to look back on recent events to bring forth a positive change, because hindsight is 2020. Stay strong, stay safe, and best of luck on the next chapter of your journey. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Caitlin Urbanik, and I have been honored to be your class secretary over the past 4 years. Next fall, I will be attending Villanova University, where I will be studying in the School of Business. Without a doubt, these past 13 years in the Shrewsbury School District have been memorable. Every first day of school, every field day, every school dance are memories that we will cherish for the rest of our lives. From the first time that I walked through the halls of Spring Street School on my first day of kindergarten to the last time that I talked to my teachers over Zoom, the Shrewsbury Public School faculty and staff have been there every step of the way to make our learning experience the best it could be. While this evening is dedicated to the class of 2020, our accomplishments would not have been possible without our outstanding faculty. In the Shrewsbury school system, we have the most hardworking group of teachers, administrators, nurses, coaches, cafeteria staff, custodians, school counselors, administrative assistants, substitutes, paraprofessionals, and senior greeters. It is with the help of these extraordinary individuals that have led us to this moment today. Even though we are not able to celebrate in person due to the current circumstances, we extend our thanks to every staff and faculty member. With the recent pandemic at hand, our educators and staff at Shrewsbury High School have faced a challenge that nobody ever saw coming. Although we may not see it, these people have been working tirelessly to adapt and overcome this adversity. Thank you to the teachers who had to learn how to use Zoom and switch to online learning in only a matter of weeks. Thank you to the custodians and staff who have worked hard to maintain the cleanliness and upkeep of the building. Thank you to the school counselors, teachers, and staff who have been there to provide us support in what is a difficult time for all of us. And lastly, a special thank you to Dr. Sawyer, the school committee, administrative assistants, and our administrators who have worked countless hours behind the scenes to make this modified version of our celebratory events possible. These role models have shown us that even when you are faced with some of the most challenging obstacles in life, it is possible to overcome them. In the long history of Shrewsbury High School, we have never collectively faced a challenge of such great magnitude. Class of 2020, you have shown that you are strong, you are determined, and you are resilient. These traits are a direct reflection of our educators and staff who have persevered and helped us get through this extremely tough time. I strongly believe that as a class, we are ready to take on the next chapter of our lives. At this time, we would like to give thanks to every educator and staff member from Parker Road Preschool, Beale Early Childhood Center, Calvin Coolidge School, Floral Street School, Walter J. Patton School, Spring Street School, Sherwood Middle School, Oak Middle School, and Shrewsbury High School. Without you, this would not have been possible. At past graduation ceremonies, we have typically asked all educators and staff in the audience to rise and be recognized. While we are not able to do this today, we cannot express enough gratitude and thanks to every member of the Shrewsbury Public School System. For all faculty and staff members at home, please give yourself a pat on the back or high five a family member. You too deserve to be recognized and appreciated on this special night. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce our principal. Mr. Todd Bazidlo graduated from Bridgewater State University and received his master's degree in educational administration from Providence College. Like the TB we have come to know in the football world, Mr. Bazidlo is the perfect quarterback of Shrewsbury High School. Like a good quarterback, Mr. Bazidlo takes the time to know all of his student teammates individually and uses the tough love approach when necessary. He has guided us through the last 4 years with the skill and precision of the other TB, sometimes forced to scramble and punt, but always completing the play with deliberation, forethought, and caring. I can wholeheartedly say that he deserves to share the same initials as the other TB. With that said, it is my honor to introduce the principal of Shrewsbury High School, our GOAT, Mr. Todd Bezidlo.
Thank you, Thomas. That was a great introduction. I think part of how we're successful is all of our support staff and everyone in our community that supports us. So clearly it's not just me. So thank you very much. Tonight, our community celebrates and honors the hard work and achievement and resilience of the young men and women of the class of 2020. This graduation also serves as an opportunity for families, friends, and neighbors to celebrate and share in the joy of the accomplishments of our students. It's also a time where we close another chapter in our school's storied 154-year history and let new chapters of our students' lives begin. To the students of the fantastic class of 2020, the last time we were together was the morning of March 12th, in the Commons, enjoying breakfast and kicking off the last 50 days of your high school career. Like all of you, I'm saddened by the fact that you missed out on your last 50 days. And although you missed major events and competitions, I'm more saddened by the fact that you missed thousands of interactions with others over the course of the last 12 weeks. You have missed the chance to laugh with your friends, the chance to reconcile your differences. You've missed the chance to have your last lunch in the senior plaza, saying good morning or hello as we pass each other in the hallway or classroom, and the last time for me to give you a shout out at the end of your lunch. Most of all, you lost a chance of being together. Although we're not physically here tonight, we're unified in spirit. We certainly can have feelings of melancholy, but you have consistently demonstrated your resilience and determination. And I know you have what it takes to meet future challenges and rise above them. How do I know this? Because I've seen and have experienced your humility, your grace, compassion. I have seen you demonstrate patience, flexibility, and understanding. And I have seen your determination, perseverance, and caring. I feel so confident about your abilities and attributes and talents that I know you will have an impact on the lives of others. And quite frankly, now more than ever, our nation needs people like you. We are living in an unprecedented time, a time where we're facing a deadly pathogen, and a time even prior to the outbreak, the leaders and citizens are polarized, inflexible, and divided. It seems like an unfamiliar place to me. So, graduates, your challenge is to utilize and demonstrate all of the great qualities, attributes, and talents you have to overcome the division and truly bring us together and unite us. We need you to show others the value in having civil discourse, civil being the key word, the value of being respectful, the value of treating one another with dignity, the value of compassion, and the value of empathy. You have consistently demonstrated these qualities in your interactions with your teachers, your peers, and with members of our community. As adults, we can all take a lesson from you on how to behave and interact with each other. In a time where our leaders are seemingly struggling to collaborate, compromise, and work for the good of the whole, where speaking in a series of absolutes while marginalizing others seems to be normal, it's not. We need you to help us regain our focus on our pledge to our country, something we would say every day if we're in school. We need you to help actualize one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It's a tall order, but I'm confident you can accomplish this task. Do your best to make our nation a better place for everyone. It's been a pleasure and honor for me to serve as the principal of this remarkable learning community. I consider myself to be unbelievably blessed to come to a place that I love and work with a distinguished faculty to help shape the future leaders of tomorrow. Therefore, Dr. Sawyer, Mr. Wensky, members of the school committee, guests, parents, fellow teachers, staff members, and members of the Shrewsbury community, it is my duty and privilege on this day, the 4th of June, 2020, to certify that all these young men and women in the class of 2020 have successfully completed the requirements of the Shrewsbury High School course of studies and have met all requirements established by the State Board of Education and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and should hereby be awarded their Shrewsbury High School diploma so that they may assume their role as capable, caring, active contributors to the world in which they live. Congratulations, class of 2020. I wish you all the best.
Good evening. My name is Steve Astana, and I have had the pleasure and honor of being the president of this incredible class. I will be majoring in computer science and mathematics at Northeastern University this fall. It has been an extremely memorable experience being a part of the class of 2020 these past 4 years. Believe it or not, I've dreamt of this exact moment multiple times. And as you can imagine, this is not what I had pictured. During these extenuating circumstances, however, this graduation ceremony is the best we can do to virtually gather as we move on to the next step in our lives. While this may be unconventional, I truly believe that this is quite characteristic of our class, as we truly stood out in the halls of SHS. Not only were we the largest class, but we also excelled academically, athletically, and through our leadership and community service. Reflecting back on our school careers, the past 12 years sometimes felt like the 5 minutes we had to get to the A300s from the gym. However, even though our final months at Shrewsbury High were cut short, our experiences, both big and small, have taught us many lessons. For example, let's start with freshman year, when we entered the building nervous, listening to MVPs and seeing the bags of upperclassmen, slowly realizing that our backpacks did not need to carry the entirety of our physical possessions. By leaning on upperclassmen for advice, we learned a valuable lesson. No matter where we go, we must stand on the shoulders who have done it before us. Sophomore year acted as a year of reflection. As we watched the freshmen come into the school, we couldn't help but think to ourselves, was that really how I was? There is no way. Some of us may have realized we could have done things a little differently to have a better outcome that year. But as the great physicist Niels Bohr once said, prediction is very difficult, especially if it's about the future. Sophomore year taught us that while we may not be able to accurately predict the future, what we can do is reflect. Using hindsight as a driving force for a better future is one of our greatest tools, and we must remember our sophomore selves when reflecting on past times. Junior year was when we started seeing who we truly are. We established ourselves as leaders and upperclassmen and started exploring our interests. We finally felt like we could sit at the high tables without being judged and could even drive to school. Junior year was spent working to figure out the challenges of a demanding school year, and we started to figure out what we wanted to do in the future. What this year taught us was to explore. Not only did we explore what we could be getting ourselves involved in, which helped us figure out what we wanted to do in the future, but we could also explore ourselves, learning our passions and desires. Senior year has undoubtedly thrown us a curveball. While most high schoolers will have a senior year that teaches them to be grateful for their experiences, we only got to experience a portion of that typical ending. Even the first few months of senior year were riddled with hardships. We were rearranging countless events and emptying cans of bug spray, all because of EEE. Now, several months later, we face an unprecedented pandemic, and yet again are emptying and putting on cans of bug spray to avoid attracting giant hornets on our appropriately social distant walks. But through all the adversity, our senior slogan, "Refuse to Lose," represents our class's resilience. I'd like to take this opportunity to encourage each and every one of you to stay resilient. Through times of difficulty in the present and the future, we must keep pushing forward and remember that better times are coming. With that said, it is clear that our years at the high school, while cut short, did teach us to gather advice from those with experience when we need it, use hindsight to our benefit, explore our passions, but most of all, never give up. Keeping all of this in mind, we've put all of the work of our past 12 years of our lives for this moment. Let us begin our first night as high school graduates.
Noel Bondoc Obolos, Cole Robert Ackerman, Haley Somerset Adams, Samantha Chase Adams, Divya Adupali, Natalie Aguirre, Maeve Susan Ahern, Donald Vincent Icardi III, Mustafa Deniz Akurek, Drew Thomas Albertson, Alushi Michael Alege, Alushala Marianne Alege, Yara Alshama, Nikita Alwarapan, Hamza Amen, Victoria Elena Ambersina, Lauren Nicole Ames, Rita Falak Amrose, Rebecca Paula Anani, Andrew James Anderson, Weiss Ayamjam Budai Ondie, Dominic Edwin Ondujar, Nihar Anil, Harvey Clive Saw Apolli, Isabella Michelina Armstrong, Louis A. Arocho Jr., Astiva Steve Astana, Michaela Amiki Aisi, Amneet Singh Baga, Justin Nicholas Baldino, Alex Paisley Berry, Sarah Nicole Berry, Megan Paige Beal, Connor Ryan Bell, Sean Thomas Bell, Christina Victoria Benitez Rivera, Maya Ann Barubi, Tara Kaur Busin, Sonia Batia, Nicholas Joseph Bianchi. Matthew Belon. Megan Catherine Biss. Jenna Rose Blasdell. Sophia Cosette Bloom. Erin Mary Bodick. Luca Terades Bonjovi. Michael Joseph Bonolo. Noah Adam Bornstein. Kendall Alexis Bortle. Cameron John Boudreau. Ryan Patrick Buffard. Maggie Rose Brown. Sasha Yelin Brownstein. Anna Elizabeth Buchalia. Caitlin Johi Buckley. Viresh Ananda Budi. Luis Antonio Caldas. Julia Elizabeth Callahan. Hayden James Campos. Annabelle Marie Canavan. Oscar Giancano Castro. Gage Matthew Carey. Daniel Joseph Karoka. Madison Lynn Casillo. Curvney Casimir. Isabella Gabrielle Catanzaro. Tiago Cuna Cateo. Ryan Eric Caton. Ashwin Chandrasekar. Emily Linlong Sharon. Benjamin Jeffrey Chartrand. Nihal Chaudhry Chowdhury. Yashvarhan Singh Chauhan. Ronnie Chen. Anjana Menon Chirayole Milathil. Kimberly Manirathana Chook. Joshua Bennett Choi. Joy Cho. Grace Minghui Chu. Isha Rajesh Chugg. Daniel Yu Chukwu. Jacqueline Elizabeth Chung. Mark Allen Clapper. Ethan Michael Clark. Catherine Mary Clementi. Paige Rayanne Clemens. Abigail Alice Clifford. Angela Paulina Coelho. Dante Grant Colanero. Lucia Carmelina Camito. Brendan Michael Conant. John David Considine. Gabrielle Rose Constantine. Ryan Patrick Constantine. Sierra Jean Cooksey. Samuel James Cordova. Ricardo Enrique Coronado Caceros. Charlotte Ann Koski. Olivia Mayreed Costa.
Julianne Elise Cody. Anna Catherine Cortemanche. Rachel Catherine Cox. Julia Germaine Creamer. Gavin John Crouch. Riley Brian Crowell. Grace Mary Crowley. Zachary DeBog. Saketh Dunruluri. Helena Prata de Martin. Ethan Macy Decatur. Stephanie Isabel Del Rosario. Olivia Soraya DePino. Anish Munish Desai.
Nikesh Tamir Desai. Sanveer Singh Dillon. Gabriel Diaz. Sakshi Govind Dindore. Corey Jeter Din. Michael Christopher Denoya. Thomas William DiPilato. Maxwell DePinto. Trevor Raymond Dodson. Sohil Bijal Doshi. John Patrick Doyle. Jerry L. Dew. John Arthur Doobie. Tristan Dirk. Neil Patrick Duffy. Akshay Fahindra Dupuguntha. Logan A. Durant. Joel Kenneth Ekstrom. Amira Amr El Mansouri. Stephanie Rita Erickson. Maria Paula do Espírito Santo. Marley Rose Ewick. Caitlin Ann Farrell. Madison Ann Farrell. Haley Elizabeth Fashion. Caitlin Elizabeth Ferrante. Lucas Alves Ferreira Pinto. Cole William Fisher. Timothy Nolan Fitzpatrick. Joseph Edward Flionis. Jack Ahern Foley. Riley Frankian. Gabriella Ann Fraser. Kothar Frederick. Audrey Elizabeth Gaines. Connor Jack Gale. Ashley Nicole Garcia. Ryan Robert Gasper. Nikolai Vladimirovich Gajduchkov. Megan Gannon German. Charles Germanos. Andy Alexander Gaia. Lovepreet Kaur Gill. Nathan Robert Gill. Jessica Marie Gillis. Ashley Taylor Gerard. Gianna Lisa Godek. Jesse Damon Collier. Kyle Goodness. Megan Kimberly Goodwin. Andre Simas Govaya. Rohan Goyal. Noel Abraham Gurivindapalli. Ryan Gregory Caesar Haley. Chris Samir Hanush. Kevin Samir Hanush. Brooke Marie Hansen. Nicole Olivia Genevieve Harden. Elizabeth Hope Hardy. Jack Everett Harnwa. Amber Rose Harrington. Isabella Marie Hassler. Nathan Marcus Hawes. Farah Hatham. James Sealiang He. Hannah Ann Hensel. Jacob Robert Hendricks. Aileen Grace Henry. Kelly Ann Hester. Maria Elizabeth Hickson. Jessica Kathleen Height. Elizabeth Altagracia Hilario. Jason Hoke. Joshua William Daly Hollier. Nicholas Eric Homeland. Kobe Shen Hong. Jeliciana Marie Horton. TK Day Horton. Kaylee Leah Ho. Alessandro Edward Houghton. Joanna Sun Hu. Hannah Weon Huang. Stephanie Huang. Sunny Shikan Huang. Jordan Lynn Heward. Mary Palmer Hull.
Gregory William Herder. Nicholas David Herder. Sophia Lakshmi Hughesby. Ali Ahmed Mohammed Hussein. Grace Eileen Highland. Fiona Grace Ingersoll. Rina Hassan Jaber. James Jaboy Jacob. Kashish Veer Jane. Keenan Jarkasi. Abdullah H. Jawad. Molly Elizabeth Jones. Michael Samuel Jerzik. George Todd Cachadorian. Ryan Michael Kamen. Caitlin Elizabeth Kane. Brian Christopher Kant. Adam Ahmed Chatterjee. Rashawn Rajiv Katoch. Thomas Paul Kelleher. Ryan Richard Kelly. Colleen Jean Cohane. Connor Robert Cohane. Andrew Robert Carricon. Kristen Elizabeth Cons. Shakti Kumarasan. Nicole Rodriguez Lacerda. Kevin Andrade Lage. Michaela Mickey Lai. Maya Lynn Lal. Megan Elizabeth Lambert. Aaliyah Claire Larkin. Hannah Ruth Larrabee. Lauren Elizabeth LeMay. Madison Elizabeth Lembo. Ashleen Jameson Lenti. Andrew Jacob Lee. Jackie Lee. Tony Lee. Christiana Marie Libby. Amoy Jiang Lin. Amanda Lynn Lineman. Skylar Nicole Lipka. Kendra Shay Litt. Lisa Malka Lubovich. Amanda Maria Lowe. Samuel Dean Lombardo. Gabriela Rosa Lopez. Katrina Maria Lulorgis. Samuel Alejandro Lugo Medina. Alyssa Luke. Carl Thomas Lund. Kyle Robert Lusignan. Allison Maria Lyons. Riley Maureen McCausland. Diogo Augusto da Silva Machado. Shashank Madarapu. Sriya Sai Magaluri. Avi Vishnu Mahal. Evan Paul Marr. Kavya Tangam Mani. Shivali Sivagnanashri Mani. Stavros G. Maniitis. Alec Anthony Martirosian. Victoria Ruth Marshall. Alexandra Martha Martineau. Tisha Marwa. Michael Joseph Masiello. Lexis Margaret Mastromateo. Mateus Henrique da Silva Matos. Leo Joseph Matson. Cora Ann Eugene Matthews. Victoria Cheer May. Alexandra Lee Maynard. Ryan Patrick Macaulay. Brady Morris McHugh. Brendan Richard McDuffie. Matthew Sean McGordy. Jack Styron McGregor. Drew Desmond McCain. Glenn James McCain. Kevin John McCain. Megan Mary McKay. Celeste Carrie McKenzie. Samuel Michael McManus. Paige Michelle McNally. Colleen Eleanor McNamara. Dylan Jacobs McNamara. Sean Patrick McQuaid. Isabella Ray McVeigh. Leis Ribeiro de Olive Mendez. Lauren Faith Mendoza. Andrew Robert Messick. Stephanie J. Meyer. Maria Meow. Brianna Lourdes Michael. Sophia Michelle Milan.
Alex William Milligan. Xavier Chancellor Milner. Clinton Wesley Mills. Joseph Mirsky. Shubhranshu Shekhar Mishra. Abigail Grace Moberg. Tasneem Shamil Mohammed. Tucker James Montague. Sophia Elena Morano. Thomas Joseph Morgera. Jacob Raymond Morin. Samuel Pradeep Moses. Megan Jane Mulholland. Seth Marshall Mullins. Emily Kate Mulvena. Rachel Antina Muratori. Thomas Edward Murphy. Harshita Narahari. Ria Rao Narahari. Amgad Nashawi. Cade John Nelson. Joey Marvin Ngatia. Kevin Trin Nguyen. John William Nichols. Sreya Lakshmi Nimagada. Maha Khalid Noor. Sufana Nurwez. Sean Peter Nerona. Dominic Novak. Michaela Johnson O'Connor. Samuel Thomas O'Connor. Grace Miriam O'Hara. Tegan Rose O'Leary. Margaret Ann O'Ra. Lucas Yuji Ogasahara. Jesse Okiria. Mateus La Roca Oliveira. Rachel Pauline Oliver. Ethan Michael Olivier. Eric Robert Olson. Nicholas So Ortoliva. Regina Kane Ottaviano. Armitha Putham. Paul Gio Poliakera. Sierra Victoria Josephine M. Pandy. Hannah Sky Park. Gianella Valentina Pasquariello. Raj Rameshbhai Patel. Ravi Patel. Shrina Sanjay Kumar Patel. Yogi Pankaj Patel. Lubsky Paul. Sanket Sitaram Pawar. Tamara Lynn Pejo. Anthony Edward Pellegrino. Jessica Zika Pang. Sophia Zishan Pang. Hannah Maria Pennings. Devin Joseph Perduda. Ella Marie Paris. Lauren Michaela Persico. Dylan Matthew Pettipit. Kaylee Brianna Phillips. Andrew James Pitney. Thomas Albert Pitney. Juan Fernando Poveda Mora. Empress Ayana Powell. Ishan Samir Prabhu. Anandita Narsi Manisai Punamaraju. Erin Marie Purcell. Aaron Walter Purdy. Emma Carol Purple. Sai Sankarsh Rachamadugu. Rocco Dino Regani. Tashkia Rahman. Prithyankara Rajesh. Nidhi Vatsalya Ramesh. James Edric Ramos. Liam Owen Reardon. Mahin Isa Rahman. Adrian Alexis Reynolds Pacheco. Afra Rindani. Angelo Joseph Ritaco. Asham Syed Ritzvi. Nicholas Michael Robiard. Claire Michelle Robitaille. Nicole Nogueira Roca. Paulina E. Rogaiva. Jacob William Rogers. Alicia Nicole Romano. Jared Michael Ross. Matthew Alexander Rossi. Michael Samuel Rosenman. Zachary Allen Rubley. Zoe Catherine Rudnick. Arshia Sachdeva. Jordan Geronimo Safo Ajamin. Rishika Sai.
Tanvi Sani. Elias Emil Salmon. Matthew Fisher Sandy. Nina Elizabeth Sanders. Sahib Singh Sadhu. Madison Francis Sandusky. Mulamia Awan Sango. Kayla Liani Santa. J. Cruz Santiago. Marco Anthony Sarli. Sheila Ann Sawyer. Sonia Syed. Matthew Bradford Scarbo. Keegan Nicole Sesney. Erica Ruth Schechter. Isabella Hazel Sciplini. Surya Selvakumar. Lauren Catherine Samanki. Spencer Shea Seraphin. Sana Shaikh. Ranjan Kumar Shankar. Lily Grace Shaughnessy. Habib Batul Sheikh. Mustafa Akbar Sheikh. Isabella Christina Shipoli. Arjun Ridyunjay Shivakumar. Maya Marie Shustak. Halima Arsh Siddiqui. Julia Silva Pereira. Paulina Electra Simkis. Connor Patrick Simmons. Shruti Sivasubramanian. Natalie Caroline Sywick. Mateo John Sliney. Liam Joseph Smith. Amandeep Singh Sohal. Heather Marie Spangenberg. Micah Anthony Spiegel. Anna Grace Sposato. Andrew David St. Pierre. Ainsley Jewel Stats. Quinn Daniel Stanton. Megan Camille Vasquez Stearns. Alexander Vyacheslav Stepanov. Gregory Joseph Strafer. Apurva Chilamuthuru Swami. Sophia Rain Zaw. Anjali Mankand Tana. Gianna Marie Tata. Nan Navin Tranmin Tao. Jason Allen Taylor. Ariel Marie Terra. Lily Madison Thuit. Catherine Grace Tillock. Lauren Frances Talkman. Stefanos Demetrius Toulopakis. Jessica Noel Tracia. Christina Tyovi Tran. Jacob L. Tran. James Lee Tran. Jenna Elizabeth Troy. Chiu Kuen Tu. Tanner Michael Tusenart. Samuel Paul Turner. Kelsey Ann Twining. Varisra Upadising. Caitlin Nicole Urbanik. Eric Anthony Vasconcelos Lima. Christopher Rafael Vasquez. Nantana Venkadisan. Otto Daniel Vivar. Jacob Paul Freeland. Isabella Rose Vukmirovitz. Tanner Walling. Samuel Joseph Walsh. Robert Henry Walton. Hannah Elizabeth Walls. Lana Wong. Hafsa Wakar. Kira Amy Ward. Jack Patrick Weaver. Ashley Marie Weeks Paquette. Kevin Joseph Welch. Megan Riley Welch. Aiden Samuel Wells. Ava Gabrielle Wells. Vivian Wang. John Arnold Wensky. Justin Mark Wenzel. John Richard West. Sophia Alejandra Westort. Lane Rose Williams. Kaya Simone Willingham. Athena Xiaoyu Wu. Charlie Yang. William John Yankee. Ronnie Roy Yatim. Abdul Ghani Maji Yunus. Michael Andrew Young. Nicholas Joseph Zecco. Edward Zhang. And lastly, Philip Shangfei X Zhang.